So the next program that we will be discussing is our 8th lab program. Okay. So this is our 7th lab program. Okay. So the question is create an activity like a phone dialer concept with the options call and save button. So it have two buttons, call and save button. Next, on pressing the call button, it must call to the respective phone number, and on pressing the save button, it must save the phone number to the phone contacts library. Okay, this is our question. So we need to develop an app for based on the question that's been specified. So this is your layout of the call and save application. Okay. So numbers. So in the bottom part, we should have call and save button. So right hand side, we can have delete button. Okay. Okay, let's go get back to the code part. So before that, let's see the output. Okay. Can anybody tell me to which program it belongs to, a part of it? So this is your second lab program, which is called as calculator. Okay. So you can copy the code part of it. And in addition, we are going to use the call and save button here. Okay. So let's type some number. Okay. 741852963 Okay, I have typed the number. Okay, instead of del button, we have taken it as x here. Okay, now I can directly call to the number or I can save the number. Okay, so if I click on call, so it should go to the call option. Okay, but it cannot call because we have not yet saved the data into the library for the phone contact. So for that purpose, what you should do is you should type the number, click on save button. So it enters into the phone library as you what you are going to save it as it is. So I will type AB as the name. Okay, you can give based on the phone Android video manager, okay, virtual device manager, what you are going to take as the output. So based on that, the selection will be coming. Okay, so I have taken the updated one here. So it's giving first name, last name, and we have additional data. So it has been saved the number here. So you can store it as mobile number or email IDs. Everything you can save here. Home address. We have some another extra fields also. Based on that, you can select. So what I will do, I will click on the save button. So it has been saved to the device. Okay. Now what I will do, if I click on this call button, it has to call to the respective number. Sorry, people seeing the screen. So this is your output of your 8th lab program. Okay. So once you get the connection to the SIM or the subscriber of your mobile network, based on it, it's going to call to the respective number. Okay. I hope everyone has seen the output, right? So let's get back to the code part now. So you can click on cancel. Pertains to the call. So now what I can do is I can go back and I can check the numbers. So if I click on my contact data field, so it's showing, it should show the number AB, ABC, YZ, and I have taken my number here. Okay. So this is how you should develop a app in Kotlin for the 8th lab program. Okay. So let's get back to the code part. Any doubt in the output? Okay. So as we have already done the part of it which is called as linear layout. So in the XML file when the design, so as we already finished the second lab program, I'm not going to explain the same thing once again. So what are the numbers we should have? We should have our ID. Okay. First thing is the application name is my contact application. Okay. So where the contact number should be represented in the center orientation. Okay. Next, I have taken clear button, okay, which clears the field or which deletes the field of the number that we are going to type. Okay. Next is the usually what as there is only single layout, we have divided that single layout into four linear different sub layouts. Okay. So first linear layout is for the entering the number and the delete button. Now the main content is the numbers which has to be displayed. So 1, 2, next 3 is one layout, 4, 5, 6 is the second linear layout, and 7, 8, and 9 is the third linear layout, sublinear. And in the fourth linear layout, we have used the concept of entering symbols like star and 0 and hash value. Okay. Next, the last two, after this, we need to add, as in the question, they have mentioned to use two more buttons, call and save button after the phone display numbers. Okay. So for that purpose, we have added button call as these are the numbers which are represented in text content. These are text view. So whereas the last two things are the button format. So we have taken instead of text, we have taken it as button here. Okay. What is the button name? Call. So call and save. Okay. So this is regarding the layout design. Okay. So after this, one important thing that you should remember is as we are saving our data and making call, so you should give user permission to access the fields of the app. So for that, go to this Android manifest file. So in the Android manifest, usually what happens is whenever you create a project, except these three lines fields, everything will be done automatically. Okay. So now what you should do is, so you have to give permission to the user. So what are those permissions? Users permission, Android name. What is the permission that is? They have told us to make call. So for that purpose, we have taken the library field as call underscore phone. Okay. Next, we have to write our data or save the contact numbers. So for that, we have taken the field called write contacts. Okay. Next, we suppose we want to read the contacts in the phone contact library. For that, we have taken read contact. Okay. If you want to delete a contact number, you can take another user permission, Android name. Permission is dot delete underscore contact. Okay. So this is the one important thing that you should remember here. So whenever we want to access the services from the service user, at that time we need to give the permission here. Okay. So we have finished this activity main file. Now let's go to the Kotlin file. So in the main Kotlin file, usually we have this intent field which it provides a service library to specify for a particular action. Okay, that has been specified by the user. Next, we have to import one more library called as URI. So this is nothing but universal resource identifiers. Okay, these identifiers will be accessed by the service of the intent menu. Okay. Next, we have the bundle features to load the data. Next, we need to import this contract library from the Android. Okay. So this is one important thing because as they're doing the application for contacts field, so this is the application name or the library name that's been specified in the Android. So called as contacts contract. Next, we need two buttons for it. So take the widget as button, and for to display number, we have taken text view. Next, for any application for the upgradation, there should be support for it. So for that purpose, we have taken Android X app compatibility. Okay. Next, as usual, the same thing repeats. Okay, for the second program, we have done this. So main activity. So we need to display the numbers, right? So for that, take the variables, private let in it, where 0 to 9 plus star hash and clear, along with two more. These are text view fields. Okay, and one more thing, contact field. Next, we have two buttons field called as save button and save and call. For that, to take another two fields as a button. Now, after this, so create a after typing the variables, you need to access it by the respective IDs. So for that, take this button, save button, find view by ID. So r.id.save. So whenever this function is used, it goes for the save button field. Okay, we have written the code here. So save. Okay. So before that, let us see all the fields. So save button, call button. Next, the text view IDs by 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 9, star, hash, and clear. Okay. So when we start to write the details, so the first important thing is we need to save it as contact. So for that purpose, contact equal to find view by ID r.id.contact. So whenever you click on this, it enters to the code part of the contact, okay, or to the function definition. Now, once it is done, so based on the values that we are going to select as the numbers, text view 0, whenever you click on that number, the activation takes place. So saying that Android is listening to the file by the function called as onClick listener, saying that the user has pressed the button 0. So when this button is pressed, the field will boolean values will be true. Okay. So this is respect to all the fields. So which is similar to the second program. The last important thing is this part. So whenever you want to have a call button, so whenever you click on call button field, what it has to do, it has to take the number, based on it, it has to call. So for that purpose, so we have written on click listener field. So we are taking the value here as intent. So intent is nothing but my action now, which has to be specified. So how to take this? So the function is written as intent of intent dot in capital action underscore call. Okay, so this is the button in the user we have taken this right permission. So this is the permission which has to be specified. So using which are identifiers, using the universal resource identifiers. So after using these two libraries, it has to parse the data. So parsing is nothing but it has to read the values now. So where it has to read through the telephone directory. So telephone. So how to read it plus. So what are the values that we have typed in the contacts.text field. So which will be saved here in this. Okay. So now what I should use is based on this data, we have taken contact. So for that contact.text. And we should, as we are reading the data, make sure that use the flower brackets to access the values. Okay. And using the whenever we want to read any values, use dollar sign here. Okay. So dollar of the respective numbers. So once it is done, so it is being stored into the variable value or the variable name called as intent. So you can next directly start with the activity, start activity of intent. So when this function is executed, it's going to call to the respective phone number. Okay. Next thing is this is regarding call button. Now we need to use the save button field. So save button, same thing, val intent. So where it has to save to the context library. So to access it, what are the things here? We have taken intent.action call. So now it has to read the data using the library called as contacts contract dot intent dot. So either we have two things here. One is you can directly go and read the phone numbers. So hence it is taken as show field. Or suppose if you are creating a new contact, you can add it by the or operator or create underscore contact. So when it is done, it's going to create a new contact. Okay. So URI.path telephone.contact.text. So you can see here dollar sign is used to read the value. Okay. Whereas here, just as we are saving, just use plus contact.text. Okay. Suppose if you want to add another extra fields to your mobile numbers. Okay. At that time, you can add intent.put extra of contacts contract dot intents dot extra force create. So this is the field where when you want to add any additional data to the mobile number in using the save button, at that time this field has to be made as true field. Okay. If you make it as false, it just takes name and phone number as your respective two fields. Okay. So start the activity intent. So based on this data, two functions we have written. Next, so when you click on the when you click on the numbers, when you go for the press button action, what happens in the press button? So it's a function with a string and a boolean value as the argument specified. If it is not clear, so it's going to copy the values that is being typed. Okay. If it is clear, then what it does is it goes to the empty file. Okay. So if both the conditions are failed, go to the append the values that's been specified. Like if I type 7, it's going to append. Like if I type 8, it's going to be selected. So I cannot type directly all the numbers. So each number has to be typed one by one ID. So for that purpose, we have written the append function. So append is nothing but it's going to be added to the next fields. So and this field will be taken as a string value. Okay. So this is regarding your Kotlin file. Okay. So same second program. In addition, we are using this two functions. That's it. Okay. Any doubt in this? Any doubt in the Kotlin file?